Hi Troy, this is John, West Coast Connects. Ron reached out, spoke with you on Friday, promised this free video, so here it is. Just going to show you 3 things you can do to increase customer flow and traffic to your website and really just add more customers every month. So, uh, all I ask is at the end of this, if you can shoot me some feedback, whether that be via email, text, phone call, anything would suffice. I just would love to get your thoughts. So, here goes. My first tip would be to add content to your site, specifically any page that you're trying to really rank. So, content is anything you can highlight, whether that be text, pictures, and really what you want is you want content for two reasons. Okay, the first reason is I want to add keywords in there that I could be found for. So, for instance, say I wanted to be found for North Vegas electrician. Okay, I might have that as my heading. I might have it in my text. I might save these an image, excuse me, as this specific, and all my images really would be saved as specific keywords. But instead of this being saved as, let's see, services electrical, it would be saved as North Vegas electrician or something of that sort. So really important to save those or get those keywords in there so Google knows what to rank you for. And then when people search those things, your site pops up. I mean, obviously it's not that simple. There's a little bit more to it, but you definitely, it definitely would help. Another thing, the second reason why it's so important to add content to your site is because it's one of the ranking factors. So one of the reasons why Wikipedia does so well is because they just have all kinds of content, whether that be text, pictures. All their pages have a ton of stuff. So the more content, the more likely you are to boost up the rankings, and you really want to outdo your competitors. So, um, you guys, if your competitor has 1,000 words, you want 1,500, and you just want to keep going that way. So, really important. Content's really important. I definitely recommend adding more content to your site. My second tip would be to optimize your Google My Business. So, as you can see here, you have one review. It's a 5-star rating. Um, but realistically, what I would do is I would add its quality and quantity. So I would add as many 5-star reviews as I can. Try to get to 10. Once you get to 10, try to get to 100. Just keep trying to get that next level. Okay, you want this on as many directories as possible. It's called citations, just getting your Google My Business information out there. And then you want to save photos as those specific keywords like we were talking about. So you want to add photos that you know that are saved as specific keywords that you want your Google My Business to be found on. Um, and you know typically you're and realistically this works hand in hand with your website. It's linked. So as your website grows, so does your Google My Business, and vice versa. They kind of work hand in hand and together. um and I see that you're primarily North Las Vegas here. I'm not sure what your travel radius is, but I went ahead and did it with Henderson, Nevada, and I'll explain why in a second. Well, let's do it now. So, one of the things with the content is you want keywords, right? And when you get keywords, you want specific keywords that are high in volume and low in keyword difficulty. So, this volume is searches per month, and this KD is how hard is it to rank in the top 10 or basically the first page on a 0 to 100 scale. Okay, and this is 10, 12, 11. Typically, what I like to go after, especially initially, is go after these low ones. So if I can start getting traffic from Henderson, Nevada, it starts making me money. And then as I build and strengthen and grow as a company, I start going after some of these stronger ones with higher volume. But typically, what you want is high volume. Okay, 100 is considered pretty high volume, and low KD. So I know Henderson is outside of your uh, um, your radius and work radius in terms of your map, but I'm going to throw it in there anyway just to show you, just because a lot of the Las Vegas ones are at 10s, 11s, 12s, and so it's going to be a little while for you to go after that. But even with these ones, 11, 11, 11, 11, 12, 10, I'm going after the 10. One, it has the most volume, and it's the easiest to rank for out of those. So that's just me. But Electrician Henderson, Nevada, Calidus Electric is one of your competitors, and Southwest Electric is one of your competitors. And I'll show you the difference in website strength. So this is my third tip, is to strengthen your website. Okay, and this is typically where you would find the strength of your website. There's no data because it's really low. But typically what you want is, this is on a 0 to 100 scale, 0 being the weakest and 100 being the strongest. You want as high a number as possible, and you'd like to see a 1-to-1 ratio. Obviously yours is basically a 0 to 0, 1-to-1 ratio. That's not really what you want, but you have 13 websites that are sending 79 links back to your site. You're not ranking in the top 100 in any keyword. You're not getting any traffic, and so this traffic value is how much Google thinks that I would have to spend in Google ads to get the same amount of traffic. Since you're not getting any traffic, that number is 0. But looking at your competitors, so Calidus has a pretty strong site, not quite the 1-to-1 ratio, but very strong. 270 links, sending them 5,700 backlinks. They're ranking on in the top 100 in 566 keywords. They're getting almost 300 searches a month, and I'd have to spend $2,500 a month to get the same amount of traffic. So they built their site up, and it's strong, and it's working for them. The Southwest Electric, not as strong, not much as much going on. They're not getting a ton of traffic, and their traffic value is kind of low. So, not they're definitely stronger than you are at the moment, but definitely something that you can steal this traffic away and start taking away some of their traffic. So, those would be my 3 tips. Okay, that should help get you more customers and really get you more business. My first tip is to add content to your site. My second tip is to optimize your Google My Business, and the third tip is to strengthen your site. So if this is something you need help doing, we'd be happy to help. But either way, we'd love your feedback. With that, have a great day, and God bless.